Once I was a crusader for the Divine Order. I pledged my life to Lucian the Divine. The war changed everything. He sent me to save the elves I grew up amongst. I arrived too late. Lucian ordered the use of death fog against the Black Ring, annihilating everyone I once knew in the process. Now I'm a mercenary killer, one of the infamous Lone Wolves. And my next target is none other than Lucian's own son.
It all happened like I knew it would. A single drop of source magic. And, like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And the Magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared, and sent to Fort Joy. I'd come here to kill Godwoken. But instead, I became part of their story.
So, still a bit groggy, are we? Don't worry, the sedative will wear off soon enough. Easy now, no need to hurry. Get your bearings and report to me upstairs.
What did they do to me?
Let's get our bearings.
Everything's spick and span. Nothing left to do, really.
No lesions, no trauma. It was bled by magic.
In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest, and he's the chap in charge of the logs. You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters. Why, for my peace of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those source spells of yours? See what happens.
Currents of magic surge inside you, boiling, bursting, then breaking, only to fade back into your soul like rain into the earth.
My, look at the concentration on your face. All will, but no result. There you have it. See? The collar's function. It neuters you of sorts. Makes you unable to cast Source. For your own peace of mind, of course. Yours and the whole world's.
Looks like someone's hit the Hall of Echoes a little early.
Quite the mess they made.
A young Magister stands pale and silent. Her knuckles... Behind the Magister, a bloodied mass lies in a heap. Gore and limbs lie at odd angles. You can't make out a face amid the mess.
There's been a murder. A sorcerer was killed by one of your own. Lucky you were busy getting your collar fitted at the time, or you'd be a sus. Waters is investigating. She'll figure out who did it. Always does.
No known associates. In fact, he seemed quite averse to...
It's a small ship. His name was Finn. Oddball. Looked to me like he saw something he wished he hadn't before he came here. We'll find out who did it, one way or...
Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwalker followed the source that did this. Finn didn't see it like that. He was desperate for us to help him. Two things scared the living daylights out of him. His own shadow and his own source. We'll find out who did this. Speaking of...
She looks up at you with a mirthless smile.
I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You were asleep the whole time. Didn't even stir. You're one of the only indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder in your sleep, of course. Not with that collar on, you aren't. Listen, I could use someone to keep their ears open among the passengers. Sometimes they clam up in front of a uniform. Bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. How about that? Not in here, it isn't. You let me know if you hear anything. Whoever did this is dangerous.
It was one of them. I know it. You put a knuckle in it. I'm trying to concentrate.
The Magister starts, recognition growing on his face.
You look...
The Magister's face turns white. He makes a move to step backwards, then stops himself.
It is you. Ifan Ben Mesd. I remember you. You were my captain's commander way back in the war.
Mad? Insufferable, surely.
The Magister's eyes darken. His face closes over.
I always knew you'd end up down low. Lower even than us nobodies in the rank and file. The higher the climb, in Fort Joy, You're about to fall further than you thought possible. And I'll be happy landings.
A broad dwarf sits totally upright on the bench, eyes closed, palms face up on his knees. His beard is a cascade of meticulous plait. He raises an eyebrow as you approach, but doesn't open.
Listen up, boy. You hear that? The ship, of course.
A wave of sound washes over you. The unintelligible chatter of your shipmates, the groaning of wood from floor.
And? Sick as a leper's cat. From the state of it, I'd say she's being cared for by a bunch of beardless bait. But there's more. Listen close. There now, just like that.
Squeak!
Aha!
His eyes snap open as his countenance breaks into an expression of joy. One great paw.
There. You heard it, didn't you? I knew it. I knew it. Aye, this is good news, boy. Good news. It's the wheel. The wheel. Don't you see, you beautiful idiot? Squeaks whenever they... Burn my beard. That means... if we've been travelling for... Yes! Only 10.34 nautical miles to Fort Joy!
You are chill, aren't you? I ain't saying nothing.
Ah, so you've eyes as well as ears, eh? You'll go far, mate. Even here. Captain, actually. And that figure tells me we're getting close.
The dwarf leans back from the table and strokes his beard, gold medallions jingling merrily.
That'll be all. Thank you kindly, boy.
He continues stroking his beard, a beatific smile on his lips, and does...
You sure about that? What's your name?
The cook bows slightly and wipes her hands on her gruel-stained garb.
Forgive me, Your Highness. I didn't expect... well, anyway, whether I had more than cornmeal and rotting roots to serve, I'd concoct something more fitting for one of your stature.
It was one of them. I know it.
She nods and smiles wanly before returning to her duties.
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on.
One of us wouldn't kill our own. They're picking us off one by
You
one.
look like my daddy. His name is Frida. He's waiting for me at home.
You think me mad?
I wasn't doing anything.
Insufferable, surely.
What are you trying to hear anyway?
How very correct you are, spouse of mine. Madame Josephine Gribbles de Peeb refuses to be confused with anyone else. What? What's so funny?
Her pinched face cracks into a great grin, and she shoos the children away from her with a laugh.
Yeah, okay, you found me out. Go on and git, and maybe I'll sing you something when I'm good and ready.
She turns to you, dark-eyed and dirty-haired, and smiles flatly.
Gotta keep ourselves entertained, haven't we? You presume right. Nope. Trying not to find anything out either. Ignorance is bliss. The utterer, the better. Thanks, but I already belong to an elite and exclusive ship gang. We play ball every day after lunch. You're too soft for it. You take care, though.
Suddenly, her eyes cloud to an unnatural black. Greyish veins run down her face, and her mouth tightens into a cruel sneer. As quickly as they came, the clouds clear. She smiles as though no change came over her.
Good luck, Chief.
Why won't you sing?
That's enough
trying to concentrate.
They don't care about us.
You faring okay so far? Trust me, with Bishop Alexander in charge, things will get a lot better from here on out. He's God-woken, you know. You head on in now. Williams will get you sorted fast.
Insufferable, surely.
Here to register, sir. Good, good. You faring okay so far? I'm glad to hear it. You head on in now.
So you admit it then? You murdered that poor fella?
Yes, I did. But of course, that was only the beginning.
She turns her head and looks you straight in the eye.
There are others whose lives must end.
Good God, the woman's mad. You there, sorcerer, go and fetch Magister Siwan. We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
It means your journey draws to a close. Do stick around for its finale, though, because...
She reaches for her collar and simply removes it.
I'm just about to create a scene.
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she casts source, the Voidwoken will come. They'll end us all.
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precisely.
What's happening?
No time for chatter. We've got to get out of here. Not long before this thing snaps into splinters.
doesn't bode well. Onwards and upwards.
You pass through the door and are suddenly face to face with an undead. His skull is bizarrely angular, and a glorious jewel sits in the middle of his forehead. The skeleton is quickly leafing through a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia, muttering to himself.
No! What damn fools! It catches fire, it turns into must when wet, it cannot
The skeleton looks up and notices you for the first...
Oh. Yes? Shouldn't you be running or screaming or some such?
The skeleton groans and looks back to his book.
I know your god did not gift you with much, but do you look at me and think, why yes, there is someone with organs enough to drown? No, damp robes are the most I have to fear. Once this glorified skiff hits the... Whereas you, I believe, have lifeboats to pointlessly squabble over. Remember, one of your race's weaknesses is having your lungs filled with water until you...
The skeleton resumes his search, leaving...
those tentacles, kid. It's time for getting the hell out of here.
Thank you, thank you, thank you! There's a ladder right over there. You can go straight down.
You're gonna be the death of us, you hear?
Never leave someone behind.
above the ladder. There's a book. Wait! Void Woken!
I thought Void Woken was supposed to be scary.
Let the games begin.
Away! The sea's hungry. We don't have much time. We make a pretty good team.
I hear something. It's Magister's... What?
It's ripping the ship apart.
I have plans for you, child. Rise.
Honorable Dallas, we lost a ship sailing sorcerer prisoners to Fort Joy. We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity, High Judge Orivan.
So, the Order's right about one thing. We attract Voidwoken.
Whether we're any safer on this beach remains to be seen.
Any man who put his likeness in stone is a fool in my book.
The child has a small mirror in his hands. He holds it up at angles, inspecting his eyes, his chin, the crown of his head. He spots you, and his arms snap to his sides.
I'm not supposed to talk to strangers. Why? I guess. Well, the people who put me here are human, and the people who took my parents... Are you a sorcerer? One of those guys that brings the bad void things here?
The child looks at you straight on, unafraid, searching your face.
I don't see any source on you or me. I guess they're wrong, or crazy. No one cares where I go. They know I can't leave the island. It's nicer out here than inside anyway. But you didn't die. There isn't anywhere safer. That's what you'll see. I guess I am, but it's just normal to be scared. You can stay out here with me if you want. You don't seem that scary. You can stay out here with me if you want. You don't seem that scary.
Stare at the slain beasts and comment that they must have been the cause of the shipwreck.
I just want to get out of here before any more of these things show up.
They didn't put up much of a fight. Dry land mustn't suit them.
This pig's bladder was on the ship. A black cat. A herald of wisdom in my homeland. How fortuitous.
The cat's eyes are clouded and grey, but its eyes clear, and it shakes.
What's this? I found something. One must put in due effort if one is to reap the proper reward.
The squirrel's nose twitches as you approach, but the...
Alexander.
Now stay back, sorcerer, and stay silent. Our Godwoken speaks.
We know you've been helping sorcerers escape, Atusa. We have proof.
I'd sooner cut my tongue out than lie to you, Alexander. I know nothing of any escapees.
If you can tell the Godwoken no more, your tongue is of...
This can't be serious, Alexander. Come!
You should know by now to obey your superior, Magister, whatever she may ask.
Bishop Alexander idly glances in your direction, curiosity on his face. Recognition seems to flicker in his eyes for a moment, but Atusa pinches the tip of her tongue with 2 fingers and brings her dagger to its root. Her eyes squeeze shut. Drops of...
Stop! My father, may his soul rest in peace, would be disappointed in you, Atusa. To think you would... The fate of our realm hangs in the balance. If you will not, Dallas...
Yes, Your Holiness?
I believe we're done here.
What a waste. Come, we'll be needed elsewhere. I find only bread. I want no trouble.
Bread or a brisket,
I can't wait all day. Your grift teaches you to bully others. Pathetic.
You keep his name out of your mouth, you filthy cunt chewer.
Have your cud.
Disgusting, just like all your
Disgusting like theft. Disgusting like threats.
Brave God, will you quit dragging this on? Ain't that hard, Lexi. Just hand over the gold.
I will not. This is not your business, Long Pig.
Don't let this moss muncher talk to you like that. Especially a cheapskate like this one. Pay up, elf. No one shorts griff. Especially not one of you. You two ought to be thanking your lucky gods it's us, and not the Magisters enforcing round it. Now come on, elf. If you make me say it again, there's gonna be trouble.
Why, yes. Of course I am. All...
Hello, Dee. I would.
He shifts uncomfortably.
Ah, get out of here, will ya? You ain't worth my time.
The elf smiles and bows to you in thanks.
Follow me, before more of them trouble us. There is a safe place.
Who in their right mind would think of a thing like this? Is that indigestion? Here's the goods. Like you wanted.
thank you for your help with that, thug. Rare is the human who goes against their own for an elf.
She smiles, warily.
I won't forget your aid, friend. Perhaps I can be of aid to you. I hear of no escapes. The only way out is through the Magisters, through their cure. Thugs I can stand, but I fear the Magisters. In this cave, we trust the healer. She is young, but she sees. She knows more than we know. In the camp, the brute Griff rules. It gives me great pain. I'm with my family. We are making beautiful magic. We are healing a tree cut down with great violence. Wait, before you go, I am not here without your help. I do not forget this. For you, a prize. I save it for a special occasion. Thank you. My unlikely friend. What do you need?
I'll stab you right in the eye!
No one tells me there are so many children in this Fort Joy. Your kind I handle, but small ones. You know what they do? They play a game called Scream. In this game,
You understand when you meet him, after you escape. I knew we must be here. I am not sure how much to explain. You are here, and so we are here.
Whoever kills the other is the boss! Whack! Back, evil ogre, or I'll get you with my sword! I'll spare you this time, beast, but you're really fun. Hey, I'm gonna hide somewhere in the cave, and you come find me. Ready? Go! You found me! Okay, wait, go! I know how to spell introduce. It's I-N-T-R-O-D-U-C-E. My way is too small for you. You'll have to find another. Hope you brought a shovel.
This hole is too small
I
for
found
you
some.
to squeeze
I'm not
into.
opposed to manual labor if circumstances require.
This hole is too small for you to squeeze into.
You're
Go
back.
on. Don't be shy. Talk to Wither. Wither, this is my new friend. He's
Please, small child, leave me to my rumination.
But he's really nice. And tall. Maybe he...
Why? A grown friend? You brought an adult here. You! Tell me true. Stand you with the Source Hunters, or do you serve the tyrant Brachus Rex? 1,000 years? Gods, the walls of this pit have leached a whole millennium from me. I haven't seen a living soul in all that time. What a strange notion. A child may technically be alive, but so is a potato, if you understand me. A wicked king it was, Brachus Rex by name. The Order of the Source Hunters discovered a great horror, yet my failure was absolute. I am not fit to bear the insignia of the Source. Please, good sir, you must free me. Prize that seize the spear. End this degradation. Please, good sir, the spear.
It's stuck fast.
Stuck fast.
It's stuck fast.
It's stuck fast.
It's stuck fast.
Please, good sir, the spear.
It's stuck fast.
It's stuck fast. It's stuck. It's stuck fast.
So, what did you and Wither talk about? Yeah, I know. Why do grown-ups so weird? You're gonna help Wither, aren't you?
It's stuck fast.
Please, good sir.
It's stuck fast. It's stuck fast.
It's stuck fast.
Ugh, a human? You stink. No. I'm a lizard. I just didn't grow my scales yet. Yes, you were. Now get...
Ah, my unlikely friend. What do you need?
I know they help.
The young girl's eyes are covered, but she turns toward you when you approach. She's...
Ah, hello. Quite the blood-soaked journey has led you here. You are not who you are. I see it before my eyes.
Wary all of a sudden, she takes a...
I cannot offer you much more than my sympathies. Our fates are intertwined, yours and mine.
Yes, please ask.
My home is far. Your language gives me some trouble. We elves... Time, for us.
Demons lie. You say you are no demon. This is a lie. You are a demon. You are in the wrong place, Pinky. Military, are you? Be at ease here, and well...
Out my face, or I'll punch your lights out. Those bleeding fools think they run the place, but I showed them. Sure, first, always win. Second, get your ugly mug out of here.
Frightfully busy at the moment, love. Haven't got any liquor on hand, have you? This fella could use a little comfort. All the worse for old Dane. He crossed one of... Our healer's walk is never done. Unless everyone's dead, of course.
This is Fort Joy.
I know that look well enough. You're about to pop, ain't ya? Why don't you enter a match and let some of that frustration out? The right one. Winning has its own rewards, if that's what you're after. Slip down the hatch and talk to Thorn. Put those grease... Not scared, are ya?
Don't tell anyone where you got this, eh?
What?
Who's asking?
He smirks. and holds the little knife up to the light, watching it glint.
I'm listening. Thugs? Look at it this way. People get lawless here, and we all starve. Sure, have a look. Good stuff, huh? Can't help you there. If I could, I wouldn't be here peeling goddamn potatoes. Oh, they'll cure you of your sauce. Nightshade will cure you of an headache, too. A Myro. Bloody elves. I guess you mean the clown I caught stealing from my kitchen. He's not going anywhere. Supplies. A crate of food, citrus in particular. He'll talk, or he'll die quiet. Ain't been here long, have ya? No one gets to have it all. No one starves anyone else.
He twirls his knife between his fingers.
Divine's gone. This blade is the only god watching over Fort Joy. Alls I want is my supplies. Happy to let this clown die in a gutter instead of my kitchen. Bring back my crate, and you got yourself a deal. You already know the terms. Nothing else to say.
I've got that special shipment he was asking after.
Keep it down, will ya?
Leave him be. Don't make...
Listen, I can help you if you...
Shut up, elf. Perhaps if those bleeding dwarves didn't eat so much.
Watch yourself.
Perhaps if those bleeding dwarves didn't eat so much.
Heading into the kitchen? Don't try anything funny around, Griff. I'm watching you. Ha! Cheeky. What's your name? All right, Slick. Haven't seen you around here before. When did you get in? All right, easy now. You seem sweet, but I'm more curious about you than a bunch of cheesy lines. Ha! Thank you. Long enough, I reckon. I'm surprised they haven't come for me yet. Most folks get taken away for the cure after just a week or two. Everyone talks a big game when they get here. Big games get smaller when you've got one of their weapons in your face, though.
She laughs. The sound fills the air like the ringing...
Now, wouldn't that be something? Look, I have an idea. I know we don't know each other very well, but time is so short and the connection is so rare. If we get out of here, will you meet me again in Arks?
She leans forward and grazes your cheek with...
Until then...
Perhaps if
Careful.
those bleeding
Don't want to
dwarves
catch
didn't
Griff
eat
in
so
a bad
much.
mood.
She smiles and gives you a long, meaning...
Soon!
Her eyes flutter. She asks...
Can't change that now, I'm afraid. No matter. Careful. Don't want to catch Griff in a bad mood.
The shrine depicts Lucian the Divine, avatar of the 7 gods. A low, resonant vibe. Your knees buckle. The hum grows loud.
Me too. Did you hear something? When you were in the water, I mean. I heard the same thing. Do you know what this means?
Losa's voice catches in her throat. The joy drains from her. She is stock still, waxy skinned, her eyes dark. Greyish black veins run from her eyes down her. Her head snaps to you. Light suddenly flashes back into her face.
Anyway, what were we talking about? Ah, it's nothing really. It's just, I'm just a bit, put it like this. You've never been a host, I bet. That's because you're, but I'm like a goddamn gold star in for the disembodied. Now, isn't that just the So, how are you enjoying the joy? Yeah, same story here. Reckon in my case, they might actually be right, though. So, you want to check this place out together? Strength in numbers and all that. It does, right? Before we head out, I've got more than a few tricks up my sleeve, so you'll have to pick which one I'll pull out if, when, push comes to shove. Lately I've been into the enchanting arts, but I can shoot, slash, summon, steal, whatever your little black heart desires. So, what'll it be? Sounds fine. So, we're good to go? Yeah? Well, that was easier than I thought, and I'll do my best to stay myself. Lead the way.
The cat's eyes are clouded and grey. It appears confused.
Bow your head, please! If we chant the endless prayer, the next divine will ascend! It isn't the words you speak, but rather that you speak them. Prophecy says that only our devotion will restore him to us. A murmur of prayer, constant as the ocean, can lure our Savior back to us. So do I. By the divine, so do I. If some blame the Voidwoken for Alexander's failure to ascend...
I saw what you did there, convincing Burrow not to lay the law down on that elf. Why do you want to help one of them? Then you're in the wrong place. We run this joint. Griff's people.
Bloody cavies. Too big for their boots, as usual. They ought to keep out of, you know, elves, dwarfs, lizards.
A grin cracks her.
Sure thing.
Amidst a crowd of screws, bolts, and scraps of...
What you after?
A grin cracks her...
Sure thing. I ain't. Just seeing how it's made.
She looks up.
You looking to buy something? Nothing of mine needs testing. Pay or walk. Just don't waste any more of my time. Found it in the scrap heap not so long ago. Never knew her to be much of a wrench head back in the day, but once she joined the Order, She started.
She nods once.
You looking to buy something? Or do you just want to waste my time with a whole lot of questions? For you? Hell no. Worthy is exactly the right word. You know, someone who's proven himself might earn my time of day.
This is no time for idle chit-chat.
Come on, old man.
Known her all my life. Her little girl Irma, too. Father was a straight-shooting woman in those days, but now she's madder and a cuckoo and twice as loud.
What else do you call hollering after a ghost? That child of hers she's shouting after has been dead and buried a month over. Killed, and there ain't no amount of hollering that'll bring her back.
No. I'm sorry, but she's terribly frightened of lizards. She's just a child. Doesn't know better just yet. Irma? Please, you must help me. No one here will help me. Not one of these bastards. Oh, bless you, bless you. She's been missing for days now, and not a single... Irma's her name. She's about as high as your hip. Black of hair, a quiet child. Not prone to wandering. I'm sick with worry. Completely sick. And no one in this damn camp will lift a finger to help me find her. I last saw her just here, near 3 days ago. She was playing with her little doll, and I was washing out her tunic. I turned from her for one moment, and she was gone. Left her doll behind, too. It's so unlike her. Yes, of course. Here, you should take it with you. When you find her, give her the doll and tell her, Mummy says this is for her little chicken, and it's time to come home. That's what...
She soaks up a steady stream of tears.
She ought to come with you, then. She ought to follow... This place turns people cold. Cold and wicked. That fellow Jeth over there speaks unutterable evil, but I can't move away from him. What if Irma comes back and I'm not here? You are an angel. True.
A little respect for Griff's right hand, Topsy girl.
Irma, Mummy's right here.
Right hand, my winker.
The woman is scrabbling at her throat, as though she can hardly breathe. As she catches sight of you, recognition flashes in her terrified eyes. She drops...
Ben missed! Ethan! Ben missed! You killed them! You killed them! He killed them all! Murderer! Keep him away from me! Help! Somebody! Keep him away!
What of it? Yeah, what of it?
This is no time for idle chit-chat.
Grab it in, you gobblers, the both of you!
She don't like the game, Topsy, you can fold.
No, just 'cause the pair of you are filthy cheating liars don't mean I can't beat ya!
A little respect for Griff's right hand, Topsy.
Right hand, my winker. Fella's got more right hands than an octopus.
That's it. I call court. Pay out.
Oi,
Ponchy. That's your fifth blue tick to this round. Yeah, what of? Ah, grab it in your gobblers, the both of ya.
Don't like the game, stop you control.
No, no. Just 'cause the pair of you are filthy drinking liars don't mean I can't beat ya.
A little respect for Griff's right hand.
Right hand, my winker. Fella's got more right hands than an octopus.
I call court. Pay up.
Stay back. Stay back. Keep that monster bednest away from me.
I don't think I ain't watching. That's your fifth blue just to this round.
What?
Yeah, what of? Ah, grab it in your gobblers, the both of ya.
If you don't like the game, Topsy, you can fold.
No, no. Just 'cause the pair of you are filthy drinking
Stay back.
liars don't mean I
Stay
can't
back. Keep that monster bednest away from me.
Right hand, my winker. Fella's got more right hands than an octopus.
In that case, listen up. You must think me mad to approach a stranger, but this camp is full of cowards and I'm running out of time. Fast. Too fast. Way too fast. I've been here a long time. Longer than anyone else. People get taken sometimes. Some folks say they get cured. I don't know if I believe it, and I don't want to wait and find out. I have a way out of here. It won't be easy, and I need a partner. Just one. Are you interested? Oh, noble. But after the Magisters take you all, your nobility will have been for nothing. Good luck with your friends, though. Enjoy your last days in good company, won't you? You there. You've just arrived, isn't that right? Are you... Oh, very droll. Listen up. You must think me mad to approach a stranger, but this camp is full of cowards, and I'm running out of time. Fast. You would be too if you'd been here as long as I have. In fact, you should be nervous if you're here at all. I've been here a long time. Longer than anyone else. I have a way out of here. Are you interested? Oh, noble. Good luck with your...
Ho ho! Ain't come to shake me down for my knickers, have you? They're all I got left after your buddies were through with me.
Will source change back?
That's so. Huh. You look just like 'em. But then again, I never was.
What in his death caused it? So the Voidwoken are attracted to Source. But why? When another divine...
The lizard's brow knits together, then apart, and back again. He seems to be swimming deep in his thoughts, and doesn't look up as you approach.
What? Oh, kin. New, are you? Very good, very good. Make yourself at home. Recognize you? Of course I recognize you. You're the Red Prince. That's about as obvious as a very obvious thing. Your point? My mind? What else, kin? I'm wondering why. All of this. Source, the Voidwoken, the Divine. Why? Where's that then? The egg? We'll go back to the egg. We've used source for thousands of years. We have used it to heal, to grow. How can it be that it suddenly summons these horrors from the void? And when will Alexander ascend to divinity? We cannot continue like this. When another divine arises, will source change back? What if there are no sorcerers?
One more chance to shut that ugly mouth of yours. You're talking to me, not him, Sam.
Oh, for the love of Lucian, Balladeer. You're acting like a madman.
Say it again. What you said about my wife. Go on. Go on, Sam.
Well, it's the truth, and you know it. She's better off. So what if it was messy? I'd rather puke myself to death 1,000 times than let the Reds get to me. If she were my wife, I'd be happy for her.
A flat smile twitches across Balladeer's lips.
She never did like you. A duel? Where do you think you are, Snakeface? Palace grounds?
Prepare yourself. Glory is mine. I'll yield to none.
Later. This is no time for idle chit-chat.
Yet so quickly, we find sources so dangerous. What in his death? To avoid weapons attracted to another divine arises, will source change back? What if there are no sorcerers?
Hey, Freshie! What you heard about a crate of stolen supplies? And don't you lie to me now. If I did, I wouldn't give 'em up to you. Griff sent me, not... Look, I'm Griff's right hand, and I'm gonna find that crate, and you're gonna watch me hand it over to him.
Warfare is worship.
She scoffs.
To prove you are the one.
I can wait longer.
Never mind. The one does not ask such a question.
Can we get on with this already?
We will rejoin our comrades.
Well, get a load of you. You got swagger, I'll give you that. But I reckon I could squash you like a bug with just my left thumb. It's a fighting arena. A temple of sorts, too. You step into it when it's your turn and take whacks at whatever comes barreling towards you. Glad I found it. Spent half my life ripping apart men and mages, sometimes for pay, and sometimes for fun. If I've got to be stuck in here, I might as well prove I'm the one.
He bids you goodbye.
Can we get on with this already?
I ache for battle.
If a magister finds us here, you can get my name here.
Is that thing eating corpses?
You. Quite lost. Quite lost. Careful, or they'll cross your wires. Now, a little query. Where grows the yarrow? Quickly now, for I haven't much time. Maybe I unscrew your lid and poke about inside and set your memory straight. Would that please you? Can you not remember now? Ugh! Where does the yarrow grow? Where?
Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. Worms take you. I'm ready.
cockroach chew. Watch yourself, boy.
Change your mind about my offer yet? Oh, noble. Good luck with your...
Mummy's right here. Where are you?
Clara. She ain't coming back.
Have you seen him? None of your business, inmate. Find me if you hear of a me-go. Otherwise, don't waste my time. Useless. It is a very important matter that I locate this me-go. Tell me if you hear mention of him.
Our Father, who presideth over us all. I know that all too well. I feel his absence within my very blood. I pray for his safe return. I pray for it all the time. Greetings, child. I find myself in your so-called divine... You may feel like an inmate here, but you and your captors are the same stuff.
Chuff to you, Chief. Here are your cards. You're up first.
You glance at your hand. 2 purple monarchs. A hard hand to beat.
Quite the hand, Freshy. Unfortunately, 2 is less than 5, and that's how many purples I've got. I reckon that makes me the winner. I'll be having your fee then. I'm sure the Reds told you. No one gets along without paying the interment fee. So, let's make this easy. Empty your... Well, you've heard of it now, ain't ya? Go on then, Freshy. Turn 'em out. We'll see about that, Freshy.
Overtake and devour us all.
yourself.
None.
Prepare yourself.
Our Father, who presideth over us all.
I'm ready.
Overtake and devour us all.
Healing!
Stay back! Stay back! Keep that monster bedmast away from me.
Yet so quickly we find sources so dangerous. What in his dead? So the void woken are attracted to source. But why?
What's your hands, Pipsqueak? What are you loitering round here for?
Don't tell anyone where you got this, eh?
If Boss trusts you to find something for him, you better not disappoint him. You won't like him when he's disappointed. Yeah, Boss is awful passionate about... You mean that guy in the cage? Oh, I don't associate with elves. Fella says he's innocent, but Boss will be fine. He's got himself in a fit state now, but as soon as another shipment comes in, he'll be right as rain.
Out the fort? To where then? The death swamps or the ocean brimming with void woken? Fetch up.
Make it quick.
You forget my name, here? Got it.
Sure. Pal of mine made it as far as the hollow marshes even. They dragged his corpse back the next day. Head pulled clean off. Hell if I know. Don't rightly know if it can be done. If they take the source out of you... Mind your manners round Griff, eh?
When another divine arises, will source change
Hands
back?
out your pockets now.
What if there are no sorcerers left? Yet so quickly we find source so dangerous. I fear it will be quite some time before we find... Good.
Rust.
When another divine arises, will source change back? What if there are no sorcerers? Yet so quickly we find sources so dangerous. What if it's difficult? So the void woken are attracted to source. But why? When another divine arises, will source change back? What if there are no sorcerers?
Save your spirit to fight the Reaper.
You want to leave. You want to go. Tell me where the yarrow grows. Tell me. Tell me now, or shall I pick your parts clean too? It's easy. Where does the yarrow grow?
Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. I'm fading.
fella can't hear himself think with all this racket. Day and night she hollers after that child. You hear that, Farah? You got to cut that out. What's happened to ya? Aye, she needs help, but none that I can give. Matters a cooker, that one, and twice as loud. Distraught don't even begin to cover it, and there ain't no amount...
Mummy's right here. Where are you?
You there? I'm looking for an inmate. He wears a large bronze ring. Have you seen him? You have seen him? Tell me, where was he? And you're very sure it was him?
The ring sits heavily in her hand. Her fingertips droop under its weight, and it seems about to fall to the ground when she grasps it tightly and holds it to her breast.
He was my father. This can't be. You said he was upon the beach, yes? I need to have a look myself.
She stands stock still with her eyes closed for a moment, then turns away.
I'm not mad, darling. I'm not mad. Sweetheart?
She's gone, Farah. Gone!
Need something in the kitchen, do you?
Ain't fit for beasts.
What did they do to him? What did they do to him? Leave me be! Leave! What did they do to him? 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 You're scared, are ya? Go on, Dad.
Hey, you're a little light in your pack, ain't you? Why don't you take a gander at the goodies I got? Stuff you won't find anywhere else in camp. Procured by special means. Hey, oh, nice try, Midge. Now, still on your feet, eh? Glad to hear it. Feel free. Fella in that cage is the thief. Stashed the oranges somewhere before he was caught. If you believe that.
Ain't fit for beasts.
I see plenty. Sure do. Ask me.
She darts her tongue out of her mouth like a snake.
Some folks and some reptiles. I see plenty of liars in my line of work. Snakes, weasels, worms. That fella's square as a pavestone. If he's the thief, I'll eat my boots. It's all in the eyes. Joy, sure you don't want to have a look at my stock before you go? I was serious about... Fend for yourself then, sweetheart. I'll take... Haven't got shanked through the gills yet? Haven't got shanked through the gills... Haven't got shanked through the gills yet? If a magister finds us on you, you forget my name.
When another perhaps if those bleeding dwarves didn't eat so much.
Griff glances from his blade to you and back again.
Here's the goods. Like you wanted.
Keep it down, will ya?
Here's the goods. Like you wanted. Everything there? Good. If a magister finds us on you, you forget my name, here? Got it.
Mind your manners round Griff, eh?
When another divine rises, will source change back? What if there are no sorcerers?
Oh, 10 bottles of me.
Amid the squalor of Fort Joy, she was among the her eyes are focused on a lizard some distance away. And you get the distinct feeling he's an unfortunate man indeed to be trapped. She freezes under your stare for a moment, then whirls and grabs you in a stranglehold. You feel the tip of a long needle.
You caught me off guard. No one catches me off guard. Who are you?
You can see quality, but lone wolves, amateurs all.
A push, a pivot, and now you suddenly face her. Despite the precariousness of your situation, you notice a flaw in her diamond features. A curious...
Because it is my desire to question him. You see, once upon a bad old, but now I'm free, of sorts. And I intend to raise the subject with him. No!
She drives the needle in deeper and...
In truth, it does not matter in the least who you really are. You saw me. That makes you a liability. That makes you needle feed.
A bright sparkle of laughter.
Ha! How amusing. I admit I had not... Make your case and do it quickly. Why should I join you? Escape? How you do tickle me. Most of the misguided deers around here would argue such a thing is impossible. Well played. Oh, little needle mine, what should I do? Push? You know what? Today is a rather fine day. Sunshine and an easy... I'm not quite sure the weather will save him.
With a casual flick of the wrist, she withdraws the needle from your neck and smiles.
Let's discuss our respective roles then. You, me, and Death will be playing many a round of hide and seek. As a rogue, my speciality is stealth. The quick silence of the dagger striking unseen. That said, I'm perfectly lethal wielding any weapon or magic. So... the choice is yours. My grace and finesse could make a cat's fur go green with envy. Go on, give me the details. The quick silence of the dagger then. Sound familiar? Suits me fine. Lead on. Or better yet, let me take the lead. Then follow me.
You're not quite certain you'll ever sleep soundly with Sabine in any sort of proximity, but...
This is no time for idle chit-chat.
As you're about to approach the lizard, Sabine cups your chin between thumb and index finger, then guides your eyes to hers.
Listen, I need to have a chat with this here morsel of flesh. He has wronged me once, but may just do right by me this time.
To your surprise, Sabine proceeds to throttle the unsuspecting lizard with one hand as she drives the tip of her needle into his lower belly with the other. Then, the questions commence. You hear him yelp about the master, lone wolves, and a man called Griff. Then, quite suddenly, there's blood everywhere as Stingtail falls to the ground. Sabine heaves a sigh of satisfaction.
Chat's over.
So, that seemed just a tad excessive.
What you witnessed was an exercise in restraint, and jolly good fun to boot. This is no time for idle chit-chat.
Our healer's walk is never done.
Rubbish.
Sabine gently places a hand on a small...
Let me have a word with the gentleman, would you? I've a little clue to follow up on.
Sabine steps forward and asks Griff the cook about the lone wolves. A dead little birdie told her he's the man to talk to. A little back and forth ensues. Money crosses hands, and before you know it, Sabine stands back beside you.
Thank you. We should make good on our escape, you know. I have to see a man about a wolf in the hollow marshes. Naught but a whelp in skillful hands, I'm sure. Zalaskar's his name. A name for the taking, if it comes to that.
Griff glances from his blade to you and back again. Griff tears into one of the oranges with both hands. Juice squirts through his hands as he desperately rips through the rind.
Looks like everything's accounted for. Now the important question. Who's the thief?
He raises an eyebrow.
Looks like someone did my job for me. Your guy's free to go. He should be fine.
If a Magister finds this on you, you forget my name, here? Give it down, will you?
It is done. And quickly. I hold my end of the bargain. I show you the way out. But I have something more to ask of you. Sahela, she is everything. A ruler, a seer, a knower, a child. She cannot be lost here. It is for all our people. Give me your map. I show you the way.
I give you this amulet. You must pass it to the elves who still remain. Tell them
I go to her. I wish you good luck and...
Keep it down, will ya? Take your coin then.
Perhaps if those bleeding dwarves didn't eat so much.
Here's the goods. Like you wanted.
Got it. Ain't fit for beasts.
And what you after?
I ain't. Just seeing how it's made. She's clever, Dallas. Made these herself, for those bodyguards of hers. Boy,
She looks up.
You looking to buy something? Found it in the scrap heap not so long ago. Never knew her to be much of a wrench head back in the day, but once
She nods once.
You looking to buy something? Or do you just want to waste my time with a whole lot of questions? For you? Hell no. Worthy is exactly the right word. You know, someone who's proven himself might earn my time of day. All manner of things. Have a look.
Bloody cavies. Too big for their boots as usual. They ought to keep out of our hair if they don't want to pay for them. Whatever.
squirrel's nose twitches as you approach, but the creature...
Did you see them, sir? Bishop Alexander and the Hammer herself, they were so close, almost within arm's reach. You don't know them? Oh, remarkable. Bishop Alexander, they are all that stand between you, me and the Void. And they were right here just a moment ago, attending to some business. Oh, I'll not forget this. I wonder if I could get a letter out of this place. The bishop's much taller than I'd...
Can't talk now. The sun shines bright upon this island, but its hidden heart is... We may see no bars, but we are firmly behind them here and now. As I hunt for answers, escape must ever be on our minds.
By all means, get an eyeful.
A moment's pause. I had thought us too wicked for rest. In a final heartbeat. Why? Did you assume I wouldn't? Ha! As it happens, that invitation is what... Your flesh is weak. All flesh is weak.
The woman looks up as you approach, wiping her brow with a grease-blackened hand.
What do you need? Ha! The hammer got you curious. Yeah, funny. Oh, I don't know. People do change.
She nods once.
Clever lasser. No wonder what Alexander sees in her. By all means, get an eyeful.
Perhaps if those bleeding dwarves didn't eat so much.
Here's the goods. Like you wanted. Everything there.
Perhaps if those bleeding dwarves didn't eat so much.